All right, gang. Welcome, welcome. The day is finally here. Hollywood Animal is out in early access. It's April 10th. We're doing it. We're doing it live. I'm excited. We're here. We're finally here. I've been so excited for this game for like 2.5 years, however long it's been since it was announced. I love the first few games from this studio. This is the Police 1 and 2, and then Rebel Cops, the kind of follow-up spin-off of it. I played a little bit of that one. I didn't finish either of the This is the Police's, but I was working through the playthrough on one of them and just did not quite make it to the end, but I do want to go back and revisit those at some point. But big fans of the gameplay and just the kind of simulation style that the studio has and the art style. And yeah, I've been excited about this game since it was announced. I played both demos. I tried to do a video on it here on the channel, but my microphone wasn't working, so I'm going to double and triple check that it is this time. Indeed, it does seem to be. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, I hope you're all doing wonderful. Without further ado, let us get into Hollywood Animal. Sound check, game capture, excellent. All right, so Hollywood Animal covers a large part of the 20th century and portrays many features of the film industry and society as a whole, among them manifestations of discrimination, intolerance, and various forms of violence. We believe that to ignore and suppress these matters, no matter how terrible and unfair they may seem, would be to pretend that they never existed. So this is a little bit of our trigger warning, right? There's going to be some unsavory content, perhaps some unsavory folks, I should say. Not the content necessarily, but yeah, so just be warned. There may be some unsavory elements that we encounter, but that's all part of the journey, right? All right. Here we go. Excellent. All right, just do a quick settings check. Wireless windows. All right. Most excellent. Is this Evanescence? My two guesses are Evanescence, which I kind of doubt. I don't even know if there's still a band that makes music. It also sounds kind of like Maluka, I think it's her name here on YouTube. All right. Just enjoying the atmosphere here for a second. Oh, let us update our stream title too. New Year, 1929. The hedonism of the 20s gives way to the Great Depression. The advent of talkies heralds the golden age of Hollywood, and life gives way to cinema. Film companies fiercely compete for markets and influence. The strong devour the weak. You purchase a bankrupt studio to build a new business on its ruins. Okay. All right. Here we are. Whew. Take a minute to think about what we want to name our studio. All right. I think we're going to go with Studio Bliss. Little tribute to Papa Bliss there. What animal should represent us? I do like that deer, that stag. Is that a bear, I think? Fox. It's pretty neat. Peacock. Go NBC route. A wolf. Koala bear. Elephant's pretty good. I think that's a hyena. An owl, maybe. Pretty cryptic. Is that a raccoon? I think so. Rhinoceros, snake. A lion, I think. I kind of like the wolf. We're gonna be the wolf of this industry. Movies are not only... Oh, we have to name our executives. Movies are not only made by actors and directors, your film studio also employs people who quietly keep the machine running behind the scenes. What are their names? We got Fred Lawson, Anne Rose, and Johnny Payne. I like them. These are my ride or dies. Along with the studio grounds, you also received from the footage from an unfinished movie. Filming was completed, but it was never edited. You'll need to complete the picture. This is our tutorial movie, it looks like. What is the movie? We've got Limpin' Luke, action adventure, Wild West. Blind Love, romance comedy, modern American town. Messenger of Death, detective thriller, modern American city. So, I mean, this doesn't lock us in by any means, I don't think. This is just kind of, you know, what are we going to have an early boost at, probably. So, I'm not much of a comedy romance guy. I do like the idea of Limpin' Luke. You see he's got his leg brace there. That's kind of cool. But Messenger of Death is a really cool title. And that's a cool-ass movie poster. I don't even know if it's the poster, but the fact that the shadow pops up. And I do really like detective thriller-type movies. So, let's go with that one. Been playing a lot of detective thriller-type games lately, too, honestly. Alright, so we've got a prison break. 7 prisoners stunned the guards, snuck into a warehouse, and escaped the prison in a truck. Most were serving for theft and assault, but one was a true menace. Click the mouse wheel to zoom in. Huh. Can't zoom in any further than that, though. Okay, cool. That's nice. Good addition, I would say. So our antagonist is a serial killer. That prisoner's name is Nick Crow. Papers are all calling him the Courier. Brought flowers to young women and then killed them. After 5 murders, they caught him on a lucky break. His first victim was his own fiancée, but the choice of the rest of the girls seemed random. The very next day after the escape, he had already returned to his old ways. Dressed like a messenger, he delivered flowers to young Rita Peterson and then stabbed her to death. Bill Zeman, Rita's fiancé, returned from work that evening to find his beloved dead upon the floor as his own desperate screams echoed throughout the neighborhood. Yeah, that's a good plot. Nick Crow will be played by Edward Peterson. Funny that the actor's name matches the character's name that he kills. Our protagonist is a detective. Bill had little faith in the local police, so he hired a private investigator, Harry Burroughs. Harry was a young man, but he had sharp wits and a keen mind, enough to solve dozens of difficult cases and even earn him the reputation of a genius. Okay. Rita and I had just gotten engaged. Bill offered helplessly. Police had already taken the body, but the bouquet of roses still remained on the living room floor. Compliments of the Courier. Harry Burroughs is being played by Joe Duvall. Alright. We have a sidekick. Harry looked around the house and talked to the neighbors but couldn't catch a lead. Contacted Kathy Watts, a journalist played by Bessie Patterson, who covered the Courier murders in detail. Excuse me. Learned about a cheap old shack he'd acquired long ago, past the city limits, heading north. Themes and events. Search for a killer. Harry and Kathy hit the road, and soon enough they found the right house. It was a broken down hut. As Harry's car approached, a stranger took off running towards the woods. They kicked the door down. Shack is practically empty. Carved wooden box. Inside were 6 diamond rings, trophies. Damn. All of the victims were soon getting married, we discover. 2 new couples surface. Sandy Wick and her fiancé Tom. She received a bouquet yesterday. Messenger just apologized and left. Ooh, did we stop him in time? Harry had a plan. They hired a photographer and posed as an engaged couple. They made sure to capture Harry's rented yellow brick house. Okay. Alright. So they lured him in, and a knock at the door, and there was Nick Crow, the courier. Harry raised his pistol to his temple. Incredible. So the finale, it ends with the antagonist getting punished. You don't understand. 2 years ago, I was supposed to marry my dear Rachel when suddenly she starts receiving anonymous bouquets. I became jealous, but she just laughed and accepted all the flowers, no matter how many or how secret they might be. 1 week later, and I caught her in some jerk's car. All these animals are the same. First they say it's only flowers, and then they break your heart. They deserve to be punished. Feeling a little incel-y there, Mr. Courier. Won't be delivering any more flowers. This time he was sentenced to the chair. Damn. Harry added another win, and Kathy wrote a book, called it The Messenger of Death. Roll credits. First number here shows the film's commercial appeal. The higher it is, the more easily it will succeed with the general audience. Okay? This shows the movie's artistic appeal. The higher it is, the more recognition it can expect from the sophisticated audience. Okay? So, like, the plebes and the critics, right? And I don't mean that derogatorily. I myself am a plebe. Okay, a film's commercial and artistic appeal may change after each stage of development. This film received these ratings after work on the script was complete. The screenwriter Maurice Fox loves to write detective stories. Thanks to his experience and talent, the investigation turned out to be suspenseful and intriguing. The story's elements came together to form a coherent whole. Okay. Nice. After pre-production, the film's ratings rose even higher. Casting famous actors is the surest way to boost commercial and artistic appeal. Casting famous actors. So we want to do that when we can. It's the surest way, okay? But other factors also influence the ratings, including quality scenery and modern equipment. So it seems, I don't know how exactly we're going to start. We might start in a better spot than we did in the demo. But it seems like we shouldn't probably invest too much money into movies until we have good actors in them, right? That's kind of what I'm gathering here into like the other stuff. I mean, obviously the other stuff helps, but it's not gonna bring up a movie with terrible actors significantly, I don't think. After the production phase, the film's commercial appeal declined. The lead actor became seriously ill, he couldn't fight, and looked too thin. However, the film's artistic appeal grew. Joe Duvall tried to make up for his lack of physique with the subtlety of his acting. Production problems were reflected in the lengthened schedule. Unfortunately, the actor passed away after finishing work on the film. Okay, so I think these are like the random events that we're gonna get in the middle of producing these films. Okay, so Our final score, 7.5, 9.0. The budget. This is how much money the studio has spent on the picture. This isn't the final budget, as work on the film is not yet complete. This is how the creators of Messenger of Death imagine their potential audience. When you start shooting your own pictures, you'll identify your own audiences. It's a subtle psychological thriller with a dark atmosphere and engaging audience. The film's audience are adult men and women, people who enjoy a serious tone and an intricate plot. Okay. Let's keep that in mind, in case we have to select the advertising. I don't think we will. Alright. Time to send the footage to post-production to complete the film. Click on the movie card. Okay. One of the things I loved about This Is the Police. Excellent soundtrack. The little, ooh. The way you could unlock, like buy, new little cassettes and records and stuff, and you would get, like it would upgrade from like records to a cassette as you like got a better car or whatever, as I recall. They were like CDs too. So that was really fun. That was cool. Alright. We have to assign employees to handle editing and scoring. At present, the studio's personnel are not the most qualified, but over time, their skills will grow. Yeesh. Alright, let's put our best people on this one. Because it's got a good start. We want to try not to drag it down too very much. Also need to decide who will develop the film and record the music and sound effects. Outside contractors are always ready to help with this. Let's make our first one a good one, you know? Wait. Just make everything medium. Give ourselves a good start, hopefully. And hopefully we don't drag this this beautiful little score down too much. Alright, start post-production. There they go. Until you assign a department head, you won't be able to get things moving. Okay, first appoint an executive to head the HR department. Alright. That depends on their seniority. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's take the young cheap guy who's already got a little bit of seniority. Glad they redid, it seems like, that system. So it was kind of confusing before, like what exactly they were speeding up, if I recall. Wait. Staff? Here? Aha! Alright, hire ahead for post-production. Oh no, this is still the same. Okay. Influence points to speed up upgrades. Can use money. Contract term, level 3. It's not bad. Yeah, we'll take Steven Dixon as our head of post-production here. You can see how far along the project is and how quickly it's progressing. Okay. Excellent. Let's get a distribution head. He's incredibly cheap. Let's grab him and we'll train him up. Boost his stats, you know? Get him better. Bring him in cheap, get him better. Hire ahead here too. $4,000 a year? A month? A year? I don't know. He's level 3, but he's very cheap. Yeah, let's get him. We'll get that loyalty up. We'll throw him a nice bonus or something. Build a script department. Okay. Construct script department. Ooh, I like that tree. Start construction. Where can we fit you? I have to just kind of... Let's tuck him right in the middle here. We'll go ahead and pay the full cost. Get it constructed properly. I don't want my riders having no problems. Alright, speed up or slow down the passage of time. Most excellent. Oh my god, it's... Is it a hurricane? What's going on? Zoom it up. Supreme has released the Statue of No Liberty. That is... that's an incredible title. Cloudy Eye. Do these. Okay, cool. Top number keys do control speed as well. Very nice. Johnny Payne, our financial executive, got divorced a couple of years ago and figured he was out of chances until he met Gilda. Can't get enough of each other. When Gilda visits me at work, I absolutely cannot concentrate, boss. She enraptures me. Yesterday, I nearly made a mistake in the paperwork that could have cost the studio a lot of money. Please do me a favor, help me fight this addiction. Let's introduce some kind of access control so Gilda can't just walk into my office. Yes, my heart will be broken. Scooter, who are you yelling at? The door's not even that closed, boy. Just push it open. Alright. Yeah, we want Johnny Payne's loyalty to go up, but his happiness isn't great either. I'd rather him be loyal. We can get him happy as long as he's loyal, you know what I'm saying? If he's disloyal and that his happiness starts falling, he's gonna screw us over somehow. I don't know how, but okay, how bad did we do? 7.2, not bad. 8.5, not bad. Don't be upset, you did everything you could. Your studio still has low-level employees and technology. Spent 36 grand this stage. Got some XP. Very nice, all around. Select a poster. The Messenger of Death. I like this one. To distribution! Hi, Scooter. Release calendar displays all the films being shown across America for the foreseeable future. So we don't just own a studio, but a whole network of 91 cinemas. We can run our films in the cinemas for free. That's not going to be enough to reach a wide audience. We have to rent other theaters if we want solid receipts. Studio's previous owners already arranged this and paid the film's rental costs. Okay, so basically we want this one maxed out whenever we can get it. And then we make up the difference with the second row, it looks like. Once they expire, you can extend your rentals if you think the film can still make a profit. They're going to start the printing the film tomorrow, and it'll be finished and ready for distribution in 5 weeks. Goes out all at once when they've finished printing. Speed and cost vary by contractor, but the previous owners already paid for this one. Marketing. That's a long marketing campaign. Jeez. Film begins promotions a few weeks before the premiere. Okay. So the advertising has time to gain momentum. Previous owners already arranged the advertising campaign, but in the future we'll do it. Feels like a long after. Time to tell them the audience they should target. It said it was for adults. Yeah. We already, if we paid attention, it already told us that. So. Adults only. Not that kind of adults only. I wonder if we can get into that. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. What if we could have like a little dirty movie business on the side? All right. If you ask me, The Messenger of Death is a surefire hit, farewell film by a young star. Studio's former owners were mindful of the timing. Convinced all the theater owners to give them more slots. The film the Margines are releasing instead doesn't even have a title yet. With all the documents, but a court battle would be long and pointless. We'll miss the moment and no compensation will cover that. Instead, I suggest we use all our connections, all our influence, and remind the theater owners that our agreements have to be honored. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's use our influence, right? This is our first chance. I feel like we're supposed to, you know? Okay. Can you spend influence points to advance your interest and solve problems in various and often unconventional ways? I'm excited for this because there wasn't very much of this in the demo, so I'm hoping this should be very much more fleshed out. Excited to see what opportunities are brought our way with that. Let's have another poofski here. Script department is getting there. Imagine if it were like Manor style and these guys were actually animated in here building stuff. Not that it needs to be that far. I'm just saying that would be insane. Alright, construction is going well so far, but there's a small snag. According to the architect's vision, a large red leaf maple should be the central decorative element. We found a suitable tree in a reserve on the border between Ontario and Minnesota, but the inspector is playing coy. He can't say how long it will take. Sometimes you gotta grease the gears, $200 cash, and it'll be on the road to California tonight. Okay, let's hope he chokes on his table scrap. We got a cash fund. Okay. When an issue needs to be resolved quickly and discreetly, the funds in the studio's bank account can be useless. When the situation gets tricky, cash is king. Remember that. Remember that. Alright. Script department's gonna be ready soon. Let's just blitz through these last few days. Nice, we got our tree. Beautiful. She's a beaut. That is a beautiful script department. If you can't write there, I don't know where you can write. That looks like a gorgeous place. Hire head for the script department. Alright. Let's go with the highest level. Even though he's a bit more expensive because, you know, the best movies start at the script, so. Choose my favorite genres. This is what our writing team will specialize in. Personally, I love thrillers. I do like historical movies a lot, typically. I think detective goes well with thriller. We've seen that already. So maybe it would be wiser to pick something that, you know, coincides with it. Hello, my sweet boy. You want to make an appearance too? Say hello. It's Scooter. Hi, buddy. Hi, Bubba Love. Okay. Detective, thriller. You do historical in there as well. You can't have any of that. But let's get comedy in there just to mix some things up, I think. Those names are just fine. We can click on the script building. It's worked up several ideas for the first script. Okay. Choose any idea you like. None of these are our favorite, but we'll do the action film. We'll have Walter West work on it. just to get his XP up. And because he's the least unhappy, so I don't want him to work on the other guys to work on something that they hate. You know? Pick an upgrade for the department. Okay. No matter who's working, no one knows better than you what a film needs to be successful. With this upgrade, you can write your own stories. Okay, I guess I'll get that one. Okay. Buddy, come on. What are you doing? Should we pick some upgrades? I think? Or maybe I should wait until I'm told? I know we're gonna need sound studios, so I'll just go ahead and grab that. What's the quickest one? Cool. I don't think that was in the demo at all. Let's do marketing and outreach. Hope I'm not screwing things up by picking these now. I might be. But... I think a repair crew is a solid investment. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Okay, but you can cancel upgrades now. Strangely enough, I don't think you could do that in the demos. Man, upgrades all around. Yeah, this just seems like a solid thing to have. We'll start doing that. We'll start doing that. Alright. A tagline. Oh, I don't have one. Gonna have to ask you guys to suggest some names for these movies in the comments and in chat. Let's go ahead and release the film. Joe Duvall and the Messenger of Death. Okay. Hey, we got an A+. Let's go! We didn't fuck the movie up. 5 stars. 3 stars. 4 stars. 4 stars. Nice. Excellent. That's all we get for an A+. Come on. All right. Build a production and pre-production. Whoa, they need a lot of space. Holy shit. It's kind of wild, dog. I guess. What if we just give him this little corner? So quick for such a big space. Beautiful. All right. And we see how much money moolah we make off of this movie. How you guys doing today? Hope it's great. Hope it's wonderful. And if it's not, I hope tomorrow's better for you. Alright. Because we don't have that much going on, I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. Scooter, you do not need to be wherever you are trying to go. Felix Hill, our screenwriter. Borrowed some money from some people. They seem like some good guys. Honest eyes. I'm a great judge of people. Ooh, there you go. Put on your stool. Can you let me go for a couple months while I sort this out? I guess. Otherwise your unhappiness is gonna tank, huh? Or happiness. Whatever. You know what I mean. He's gonna be unhappy. Okay. First 4 weeks were successful. The film is still making a lot more money at the box office than we're paying in rental fees. Make a lot more money if we extend our original distribution plan. Click extend distribution to keep playing the movie for another 4 weeks under the same terms. Alright. Alright. Look at that. 99% attendance. Second on the in the rankings, and now we're first. Let's go. Yeah, extend that. Hell yeah, brother. Keep it going. Alright, pre-production is almost done. Is done now. We get to handpick actors and directors, select sets and tech, and more. Okay. Head of pre-production will be Floyd Harmon, I think. These actors remained at the studio after it changed ownership. These names are fine. I don't feel like thinking of new ones is honestly the end of it. Oh, man. These are the directors. That guy looks so snobby. I'm gonna punch him. Casting office. Yeah, let's do casting. I don't know if it's gonna fuck up the game if we start these all this early before it tells us to, but it seems sensible, you know, since I know they're there. Why not get them working? Because some of them take a long time, you know, a year or two. Legendary Lydia Globe is back in the saddle. Nearly. Yeah, honey. I know, you expected me to start a new film right away. But getting used to talking is taking a lot longer than I expected. Please, I'm begging you. I mean, really begging you. Give me 3 more months to get ready for my first talking role. You'll see. Your patience will pay off. Alright. We're not making a movie yet, so I suppose. But don't be mad when you're not in our first film. That's our first independent film. Alright. Let's go back to upgrades. Got the story workshop. Develop new story elements or sequels. 1,500 days. Oh my goodness. So, like, how much am I supposed to be using the speed up things, you know? Like, a lot? For some of these longer ones? That's a pretty good upgrade. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, that's just good to have. Writing scripts 15% faster. I think the 25% experience upgrade is just going to pay dividends faster, though. Constructions. A story workshop. Start construction. Okay, so it has to be within the that little circle that we establish. So So you don't want them to overlap too much, which is why they don't let you overlap them too much. But let's put it right there. Production, make movies. Well, that is what we want to do here, right? Oh man. All right. Do. Let's take Isaac. Yeah, we're gonna take, choose a lot of the most expensive options to start out and hope that we just don't fuck it up. Damn. I hear Lydia Globe is coming back out of retirement. Or what I actually heard was that she never retired at all. She just went off to work on her voice so she can steal even more roles from us. It's too much to hope for that the greedy bitch did finally retire. There's got to be an ounce of justice in this business. I'll take it into consideration, I guess. I don't know what I'm considering here. Just wherever, I suppose. Throw that bad boy right there. Boom. Alright, pre-production, line production, control over the film schedule, production support, level 2 soundstage, double XP for directors, actors, and cinematographers. Oh, 1,500. That hurts. That hurts so bad. It's not even that much. That's crazy. Let's do the line production office. Speed things up here. We don't have anything to do. Alright. Advertising campaign is still going for another week. We're still making more, but just barely. Let's say we do it one more time. And that might be pushing it, but we'll see. We'll see. New script. It's pretty bad. Oh, I should have the other guys writing something. I'm silly. Let's see if there's new ideas. I don't really want to make that. Yeah, here we go. I'm silly. So a comedy writer here? Yeah. Nope, that's not what I want. No, yep, that's great. Ideas. Let's do a clumsy oaf comedy. Cowboy in a Fantasy Kingdom. How would that work? Just wait until we have better ideas, I think. I don't know. I feel bad leaving them sitting there doing not much, but alright, now we're gonna end distribution. Excellent. Profitable film. Reached number 1. Employee returned from his vacation. Most excellent. Poring over the pile of documents we inherited, and the previous studio promised Joe Duvall 25%. Apparently the Duvall family doesn't even know about it, and what difference should it make? We owe him 800 grand. I know that this is going to get us into some legal trouble from the demo, but if I recall from the demo, there wasn't really a way to get out of it, or not a great one anyway, so... Can I save it here? No. I kind of want to try it, So we've got some influence points. Let's see if there's a way we can get out of the lawsuit. So I'm gonna keep that money. That's almost a milli. Alright, we have a secret, and plus it introduces us to the system. So yeah, this wasn't even fully implemented in either of the demos, so sometimes you may have to cross the line. It could be a matter of legality, could be morality, secrecy, and discretion are key. The more terrible the secret, the greater the consequences if the truth should come out. We have a stolen pay secret. People like to talk, so your secrets could come out at any time. Scale shows the probability that they will be leaked. You can simply bide your time until the secret is forgotten and the risk is 0, or you can entrust the matter to the gentleman from the security department. And I recall having issues getting raided and not having a security department ready, so I might go ahead and build one of those now. Open the story workshop. Okay. I don't know. World of Wonder? I don't know. I don't know shit. Detective thriller. In a modern American town. Okay. Not every film needs an antagonist. Romantic comedy can deal with that one. Make the antagonist a criminal mastermind. Let's do a femme fatale. Themes and events. Do a search for a killer. And can we do maybe a love triangle? No. We don't have that many story elements and we need a finale. So let's do search for a killer. What do we think? What do we think? Excuse me. Let's go with antagonist gets killed. Why not? It's mostly a thriller. But it has some detective, so I think we'll go with Felix. Because he's better. And then let me see if there are other ideas available yet. Yeah. We'll stick him on one. Can we cancel them? No. Does not appear so. Services was unlocked. Cool. Is this... What does this mean? Maintain the ethnic composition. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's go for aesthetic staff. That sounds kind of racist. I don't know in which way they're maintaining it. Alright, we've got our casting office. Directors and cinematographers receive experience for participating in pre-production. Rehearsal's not available yet. Hire up to 100 extras. Technical support for new filming equipment and hiring technical staff. Sets and props. Scouting office. I kind of want the experience. I also want to get these other things going too, so I think we'll start with those. Do I need to build anything else? Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the casting office built. I think that's a worthy thing to start out with for sure. What else we got? Services? No, but I did want to build security. Damn. Half a milli. Oh god. Okay. Fine, it's fine. We're doing okay. We do gotta get another movie going here soon though. And Rose, PR executive, got a call from Ed Miller. Says he fell in love with our first film and wants to honor him with a tour of the studio. He's an investigative journalist. Choose a young actress this week, someone loyal and not too talkative. She can show Miller around and charm him. Okay. Sure. Hopefully he doesn't do anything untoward. Some items are marked with an exclamation point. Click on them to take the necessary steps. Okay, must be under 30 and have a loyalty above 50. Jane Fisher, you're our girl. We got nothing to offer but money. To the minimum accepted level. 15k, we got a briber? Damn. That doesn't come out of the cash, right? That's the bank account. I hope. Just a little employee bonus. Hell yeah. If he tries anything, you beat the shit out of him, though. Don't go harassing my employees. I don't stand for that. She was marvelous, he was dead drunk, carried his half-dead body to his home, to his wife. So grateful that she treated our guys to apple pie. Oh, his wife did. Excellent. Beautiful. Love to see it. An investigation published by the Los Angeles Tribune. Ed Miller dives in. According to Miller, some film studios launder alcohol money. The only studio not involved in such schemes is Studio Bliss. Young and ambitious film company is clearly above such activities. Damn right. Their goal is to elevate American culture and earn money through honest work. Wow. You got it right, buddy. Baba Booey. 30 reputation. 40 maybe. I don't know. Even in the most depressing and cynical of times, reputation in Hollywood isn't just an empty word. Reputation problems can block access to loans, new tech, and many other opportunities. Okay? Lydia wants another 2 months off. She's not even that good. Like, honestly, I'm not waiting for you anymore. she's not even that good. She's only 2 stars. She's not getting happier. Not really. With me giving her the time off, so fuck her. Come to work. I mean, we're not working on anything. Maybe I could have waited, but probably could have, because we won't have anything for her to actually ready for her to act in for a minute yet. Alright, we are hoping that World of Wonder is going to be good. Nice. Put him on that when he's done with that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I didn't get the department built in time. The secret leaked. Uh-oh. What do we do? Casting office complete. What do we do? Wait, what do we do? Okay. Alright, his family says they're simple people, and they don't want to be taken advantage of. Okay, not a bad script. Let's go ahead and move that forward for sure. Script's ratings are even higher than the writer's score because of how well the story elements fit together. Let's go! Most successful combinations. Nice. Detective and antagonist gets killed. We want to keep these in mind. Detective and femme fatale. I hope it'll like mark these when we go to select them in the future as like known good combos, hopefully. Thriller and femme fatale, detective femme fatale, detective antagonist gets killed. Start the project, baby. Let's get it. Bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bee. These are the places where the events of the film take place. Characters spend most of their time in the locations highlighted in gold, so most of the filming will take place there. Only minor scenes will be filmed at the secondary locations. You need to decide which scenes would be better shot on a soundstage and which would be better filmed on location. Select the location quality. On a soundstage, location quality involves the filming equipment, scenery, and design. Outdoors, the emphasis is on the beauty and authenticity. If you plan to use a soundstage, select which one you want. You can always change your mind about the script and cancel it. Okay. Cinema photographer. We'll put our best guy on it. I don't know if we need a soundstage. Probably, yeah. I mean, just do we do it all on a soundstage? You know? I mean, it's town square. It doesn't really need to be on location necessarily. It's only a week longer. The store, market, and diner can definitely all be sound stages. $53 days versus 44 days. Yeah, let's go for it. No tooltips about this? Let's leave it at enough, crew. Okay, our director is going to be Anthony Campbell. The detective, our lead actor, will be Peter Harris, our best guy. Femme Fatale, I want to go with Jane Fisher, but she's really not very good. You know? Who else do we have out here? Okay, so they are not free. Can I sort by who is? I don't think anything's changing. Free. Chana Lopez. She's reached the limit at 18 years old. Is it because she's undisciplined? Man. I mean, we could. I don't know. I think we give the shot to Jane Fisher. Choose actors who are at least the same level as the script. Damn. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and hire Chana Lopez. Like a 4 or something. Just the best we can get right now. Should we just hire her for 1 movie? 3 movies? 2 movies? Kind of feel like we just hire her for this 1 movie. We can always hire her again, right? And see how she works out. Who else is free? We got a 4.6. Leonard Wagner. Wagner, perhaps. So yeah, let's get him in there. How much for a year? Not bad. I would do 30K for 2 years for him. 28K, whatever. Let's go. Let's do it. Handshake it. Okay, so everyone expects him to be older, though. I mean, we could switch them. What if we did Leonard and Peter? I mean, he's not old, but, you know. We've got Gabriel, who's 67, but he's definitely going to bring the quality down more than Wagner. And I don't think... everyone else is pretty young still, so I say we go for this. Hopefully he's old enough. I would think so. I think it makes sense. Yeah, they're closer in age too. Let's do it. Alright, let's put the stamp on it. Booey. Start that project, boys. The World of Wonder. Ted Duval and his two sisters burst into the room. You rat thief! You think you can make a monkey out of me? You're just the smartest guy in the world, that's what you think. But you're not. You give us $1 million and we're gonna sue. It's only slightly more than what we owe them. Let's see him in court. Let's see what happens. Let us write this guy. Let's hope this wasn't a bad idea. Why can't I get legal protection? Maybe because we don't have it unlocked yet. Let's try it. It's alright, we'll just probably lose some reputation. And there's this wandering script writer. We'll buy a script from him. It's great. Look at that. But we do not have actors good enough. That's going on the shelf for a long time. Until we have some real star power. Influential French magazine is holding a semi-secret party in Los Angeles. People say they're preparing to break a big story. Be a chance for a studio to make its name for itself. I mean, I could try. I don't know if we can get an A-list actor. Actors and directors who have made a name for themselves can receive special, popular, or artistic recognition. It can take decades, but sometimes all it takes is a few outstanding achievements. Okay. Must be at least a promising talent among critics or a rising star among fans. Oh, so now we get the guy. Come on. So we got Eddie Drake or Sadie Hogan. I think we go for Sadie. Shit, can we get them both? But our actress roster is definitely weaker than the actors right now. I kind of feel like we should try and grab them both.